Mindset of Fire: Developing the Right Attitude for Financial Independence. Written and published by Irmici. Feel free to subscribe for more content. Now let's get into the book. Introduction: The Power of Mindset in the Fire Journey. Imagine a life where your alarm clock isn't a tyrant dragging you out of bed for another day at a job you've long outgrown. Picture the freedom of spending your mornings with a cup of coffee, not rushing but savoring every sip as you plan your day on your own terms. This is the dream of the FIRE movement: financial independence, retire early, a lifestyle that promises not just early retirement but control, peace, and the luxury of time. But here's the kicker: achieving FIRE isn't just about crunching numbers, investing wisely, or mastering frugality. Sure, those things are crucial, but the secret sauce that often gets overlooked? Mindset. Yes, your biggest ally, or enemy, on this journey sits right between your ears. Your attitude towards money, your resilience in the face of setbacks, and even your ability to delay gratification are all tied to your mindset. And that's why this book isn't about how to save a few extra bucks on groceries, though hey, we'll probably touch on that too. It's about reprogramming the way you think and feel about money to set you up for success. Why mindset matters more than math. It's easy to think that achieving financial independence is all about the math. Spend less, save more, invest wisely. And while these are undeniably important, the truth is that many people who know the how of FIRE still fail to reach their goals. Why? Because they haven't mastered the why and who behind their journey. They haven't dealt with the deep-seated fears, habits, and beliefs that drive their financial decisions. Maybe you've got a nagging voice that says, "I'll never have enough to retire." Or perhaps you're gripped by the anxiety of market downturns, wondering if all your hard-earned savings will disappear overnight. These emotional hurdles can derail even the most carefully laid financial plans. That's why this book dives deep into the psychological aspects of FIRE, how to silence those self-sabotaging thoughts, build a rock-solid belief in your ability to succeed, and maintain your motivation even when the going gets tough. Changing your money story. Most of us grew up with a money story, a set of beliefs and attitudes about money that we inherited from our parents, our culture, or society at large. Maybe you grew up in a household where money was tight, and the idea of financial abundance feels more like a fantasy than a possibility. Or maybe you've been conditioned to equate success with material wealth, making it hard to embrace the frugality that FIRE requires. Here's the good news: your money story isn't set in stone. You can rewrite it just like you can rewrite your path to financial independence. This book will show you how to identify the limiting beliefs that are holding you back and replace them with empowering ones that propel you forward. We'll explore practical techniques for shifting your mindset, like visualization, positive affirmations, and setting audacious but achievable goals. And don't worry, we'll keep it light and fun. After all, this journey should be exciting, not a chore. The emotional roller coaster of the FIRE journey. Embarking on the FIRE journey isn't always a smooth ride. There will be times when you feel on top of the world, like when you watch your net worth climb or finally hit that savings milestone. But there will also be moments of doubt, fear, and frustration. Maybe the stock market takes a nosedive, or a sudden expense throws your budget out of whack. It's easy to panic and think you're doomed. This book is here to equip you with the mental tools to weather those storms. We'll talk about building resilience, staying calm under pressure, and finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. You'll learn how to navigate social pressures because, let's face it, not everyone will understand your decision to live on a shoestring budget while they're splurging on the latest gadgets. And we'll discuss the importance of celebrating small wins along the way, because even if you're not ready to retire next year, every step you take toward financial independence is a victory. What you'll gain from this book. By the end of this book, you'll not only understand the psychological principles that underpin the FIRE movement, but you'll also have a toolkit of strategies to develop a mindset that supports your goals. You'll learn how to conquer financial anxiety and cultivate a sense of calm around your money. Reprogram limiting beliefs about money and success that are holding you back. Embrace delayed gratification and turn frugality into a game, not a sacrifice. Build resilience to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward. Stay motivated even when the path to FIRE feels like a long, winding road. Prepare emotionally for early retirement and craft a fulfilling life beyond work. So, whether you're just starting your FIRE journey or you're already deep into the numbers, this book will help you master the mental game of financial independence. Because at the end of the day, achieving FIRE isn't just about having enough money, it's about becoming the person who can confidently navigate the ups and downs of this incredible journey. Are you ready to change your mindset and, in turn, change your life? Let's get started. Because the FIRE lifestyle isn't just for the mathematically gifted or the ultra-frugal. It's for anyone willing to think differently, dream bigger, and act with purpose. And that starts right now with you. Welcome to the Mindset of Fire. Chapter 1. The Fire Mindset Revolution. Welcome to the world of fire, where financial independence isn't just a pipe dream for the ultra-wealthy or those born into trust funds. It's a revolution that's redefining what retirement looks like and, more importantly, when it happens. But while the idea of retiring early and sipping cocktails on a beach sounds like the ultimate goal, getting there requires more than just a solid savings plan. It starts with a shift in mindset, a revolution in how you think about work, money, and life itself. Redefining financial independence. It's not just about the money. Financial independence might seem like it's all about reaching that magical number where your investments generate enough income to cover your expenses forever. And yes, the math is essential. But behind every spreadsheet, every budget tweak, and every investment decision is a powerful motivator: the desire to take control of your time and live life on your own terms. The FIRE mindset is about seeing money as a tool, not an end in itself. It's the realization that every dollar saved isn't just cash, it's a unit of freedom. When you start to view money this way, everything changes. You're not just cutting costs to be cheap. You're making conscious decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. It's not just about eating beans and rice. It's about choosing what really matters to you and letting go of the rest. It's about asking, does this purchase bring me closer to or further away from my dream life? Escaping the consumer trap. We live in a world that's constantly shouting, buy more, spend more. You deserve it. From social media influencers peddling the latest must-have gadgets to the relentless ads that pop up every time you open your phone, the pressure to consume is real. But the FIRE mindset flips the script. Instead of measuring success by how much you own, it measures it by how little you need. This doesn't mean living like a monk or denying yourself all pleasures. Instead, it's about finding satisfaction in the simple things and recognizing that happiness doesn't come from stuff. It comes from freedom, purpose, and connection. The FIRE mindset teaches you to prioritize experiences over possessions and to find joy in the journey toward financial independence. The mindset shift, from scarcity to abundance. One of the biggest hurdles to embracing the FIRE lifestyle is overcoming a scarcity mindset. You know the feeling, worrying that there's never enough, that you have to grab what you can before it's gone. This fear-based thinking keeps people stuck in jobs they hate, overspending to compensate for unhappiness, and constantly chasing the next shiny object. But the FIRE mindset is about abundance. It's the belief that there's plenty of wealth to go around and that you can create more of it through smart decisions and disciplined actions. It's about focusing on what you can control, your spending, your saving, and your investing, and letting go of the rest. It's about seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. The freedom equation: income, expenses, and the gap that matters. At its core, FIRE is about widening the gap between what you earn and what you spend, then investing the difference wisely. It sounds simple, but the mental shift required to make it happen is profound. It means rethinking every aspect of your financial life. Do you really need that expensive car lease? Is your mortgage payment eating up more of your paycheck than it should? Are your dining out habits silently sabotaging your savings goals? The beauty of the FIRE mindset is that it doesn't demand perfection. It simply asks you to be intentional. Every decision you make can either bring you closer to freedom or pull you further away. And while that might sound like a lot of pressure, it's actually incredibly liberating. Because when you own your choices, you own your future. Building your FIRE tribe. The power of community. One of the most overlooked aspects of the FIRE movement is the incredible community that surrounds it. The journey to financial independence can feel lonely, especially when you're making sacrifices that others around you don't understand. But connecting with like-minded individuals who share your values can make all the difference. Online forums, social media groups, and local meetups are filled with people on the same path, each with their own stories, struggles, and successes. By engaging with the FIRE community, you'll find support, accountability, and inspiration. You'll hear from those who have already reached the finish line and those who are just starting out. And most importantly, you'll realize that you're not alone in your pursuit of a life that doesn't revolve around a 9-to-5 job. Taking the first step, assessing your current mindset. Before diving into the nuts and bolts of your financial plan, it's essential to take a hard look at your current mindset. Are you motivated by fear or by freedom? Do you see money as a friend or a foe? How do you react when faced with financial uncertainty? These questions aren't just philosophical. They're the foundation of your FIRE journey. Take some time to reflect on your money beliefs and where they come from. Maybe you've always been a saver, but you struggle with investing because it feels too risky. Or perhaps you're a spender who's used to living in the moment, and the idea of long-term planning feels like a drag. Wherever you're starting from, remember this: Mindsets aren't fixed, they can be changed. And by picking up this book, you've already taken the most important step towards financial independence. Embrace the revolution. The FIRE movement isn't just about quitting your job and retiring early. It's about reclaiming control over your life and redefining what it means to be truly wealthy. And that journey starts not in your bank account, but in your mind. So, get ready to challenge old beliefs, adopt new habits, and revolutionize the way you think about money. Because with the right mindset, anything is possible, even a life of financial freedom and early retirement. Let's dive deeper and start reshaping your thinking one chapter at a time. Because this isn't just about reaching FIRE, it's about becoming the person who can thrive in the freedom that follows. Chapter 2. Overcoming financial anxiety and fear. Financial independence is an exciting goal, but let's be honest, getting there can be an emotional roller coaster. For many, the biggest hurdles aren't about numbers or spreadsheets. They're the internal battles waged against fear, anxiety, and self-doubt. You might have the perfect budget and a solid investment strategy, but if your mind is plagued with worries about the future, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and paralyzed. Financial anxiety can turn even the most motivated individuals into their own worst enemies, holding them back from making progress toward their dreams. This chapter is about confronting those fears head-on. It's about understanding where financial anxiety comes from, learning how to manage it, and finding ways to move forward with confidence. You'll discover that fear doesn't have to be an insurmountable obstacle on your path to FIRE. It can actually become a tool for growth, pushing you to make smarter, more thoughtful decisions. So, let's dive into the murky waters of financial anxiety, face those fears, and come out the other side with a renewed sense of calm and control. Understanding the roots of financial anxiety. Financial anxiety doesn't just appear out of nowhere, it has deep roots that often trace back to our earliest experiences with money. Maybe you grew up in a household where money was tight, and every unexpected expense felt like a crisis. Perhaps your parents argued about finances, creating a sense of instability and fear that you carried into adulthood. Or maybe you've had personal financial setbacks, a job loss, a bad investment, or mounting debt that left you feeling vulnerable and insecure. These early experiences shape our relationship with money, often in ways we're not even fully aware of. You might find yourself constantly worrying about the future, obsessively checking your bank balance, or avoiding financial discussions altogether because they make you uncomfortable. This kind of anxiety isn't just a nuisance, it can be downright debilitating, leading to poor financial decisions or worse, no decisions at all. But here's the thing. Financial anxiety is a learned response, not an unchangeable part of who you are. By identifying the specific fears that are holding you back, you can begin to dismantle them. Are you afraid of losing everything in a market crash? Do you worry that you'll never have enough to retire comfortably? Are you terrified of making a mistake that will set you back years? Recognizing these fears is the first step toward overcoming them. Reframing fear as a motivator, not a roadblock. It's easy to see fear as a barrier, something that stops you in your tracks and keeps you from taking action. But what if you could reframe that fear as a motivator instead? After all, fear is really just your brain's way of trying to protect you. It's the alarm bell that goes off when you sense danger, real or perceived. But when it comes to finances, that alarm is often overly sensitive, blaring at every little bump in the road. Instead of letting fear dictate your actions, try using it as a guide. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to tell me? Maybe it's a signal that you need to learn more about investing, or that your emergency fund isn't as robust as it should be. Fear doesn't have to mean stop, it can mean prepare. By addressing the underlying issues that trigger your anxiety, you can turn your fears into actionable steps. This shift in perspective allows you to take control of your financial journey rather than being held hostage by your emotions. Take market downturns, for example. Watching your portfolio drop in value can feel like a punch in the gut, triggering a cascade of what-ifs. What if the market doesn't recover? What if I lose everything? What if I can't retire? Instead of panicking, use these moments to reinforce your investment strategy. Remind yourself that volatility is normal and downturns are part of the cycle. Revisit your long-term goals and remember why you started investing in the first place. This isn't about riding a perfect wave, it's about weathering the storm with patience and poise. Building financial confidence through knowledge. One of the most effective ways to combat financial anxiety is through education. Fear often stems from the unknown, so the more you learn about managing money, the less intimidating it becomes. Think of financial knowledge as your anxiety's kryptonite. The more you understand about investing, saving, and budgeting, the more power you have over your fears. Start by diving into resources that demystify personal finance. Read books, listen to podcasts, join online communities, and don't be afraid to ask questions. The FIRE community is full of people who've been where you are, faced the same fears, and found ways to overcome them. They're often more than willing to share their knowledge and experiences. The more you immerse yourself in these resources, the more confident you'll feel in your own financial decisions. But remember, it's not about becoming an expert overnight. Financial independence is a marathon, not a sprint, and there's no rush to learn everything all at once. Start with the basics and gradually build your knowledge. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Every new piece of information you learn is another step toward reducing your anxiety and taking control of your financial future. Practicing mindfulness to manage financial stress. While education is crucial, managing financial anxiety also requires developing a healthy relationship with your emotions. This is where mindfulness comes into play. Mindfulness isn't just about meditating on a mountaintop. It's about being present and aware of your thoughts and feelings without letting them dictate your actions. When financial fears creep in, instead of pushing them away or letting them spiral out of control, acknowledge them. Recognize that it's normal to feel anxious about money, especially when you're working towards such a big goal as FIRE. The key is not to let those feelings overwhelm you. Take a moment to breathe, center yourself, and remind yourself of your long-term plan. Your anxiety doesn't have to derail your progress. It's just a passing wave, and you're the steady ship navigating through it. Developing mindfulness can also help you break the cycle of reactive spending. Often we buy things not because we need them but because we're trying to soothe an emotional discomfort, boredom, stress, or the fear of missing out. By staying present and checking in with yourself before making purchases, you can make more intentional decisions that align with your goals. Setting boundaries and limiting financial noise. In today's hyper-connected world, it's easy to be bombarded with financial noise, news headlines screaming about market crashes, social media posts flaunting lifestyles that seem unattainable, and advice that conflicts with your own strategy. All this noise can amplify financial anxiety, making it hard to stay focused on your plan. One of the best ways to manage this is by setting boundaries around the information you consume. Limit your exposure to fear-mongering news, and be selective about the financial advice you take to heart. Not every headline deserves your attention, and not every hot stock tip is relevant to your journey. Curate your financial input with the same care you curate your investments. This isn't about burying your head in the sand, it's about protecting your peace of mind so you can make rational decisions. Taking action despite the fear. Perhaps the most important lesson in overcoming financial anxiety is this. You don't have to wait for the fear to go away before you take action. In fact, taking action is often the very thing that helps diminish the fear. Every positive step you take, no matter how small, builds your confidence and proves to yourself that you are capable of navigating the uncertainties. If you're nervous about investing, start small. Open a brokerage account and put in an amount that feels manageable, even if it's just a few dollars. Track your progress, learn from the experience, and gradually increase your investment as your confidence grows. If budgeting feels overwhelming, start with a simple spreadsheet or use an app to track your spending. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to begin. Remember, financial independence isn't about living without fear, it's about learning to act despite it. It's about trusting in your ability to adapt, to learn, and to keep moving forward even when the path feels uncertain. Over time, you'll find that what once terrified you now feels manageable, and what once seemed impossible now feels within reach. Embracing the journey ahead. Overcoming financial anxiety isn't a one-time achievement, it's an ongoing process of growth and self-discovery. There will be moments when the fear creeps back in, but each time it does, you'll be better equipped to handle it. With the right mindset, the right knowledge, and a healthy dose of self-compassion, you can turn your fears into fuel for your FIRE journey. So, take a deep breath, acknowledge the challenges, and remind yourself that you are not alone. Every step you take toward financial independence is a step toward freedom, and every bit of anxiety you face is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. You've got this, and the best is yet to come. Chapter 3. Reprogramming your beliefs about money. Our beliefs about money are like the software running quietly in the background of our minds, guiding our decisions without us even realizing it. These beliefs are often ingrained so deeply that we accept them as truths, never questioning whether they serve us or hold us back. The journey to financial independence isn't just about tweaking your budget or optimizing your investments. It's about diving deep into your money mindset and rewriting the scripts that shape your financial behavior. Understanding where these beliefs come from is the first step in reclaiming control. From a young age, we absorb messages about money from our parents, our culture, and our environment. If your parents constantly worried about paying bills, you might have developed the belief that money is always scarce. If you grew up seeing wealth as a marker of success, you might have equated your self-worth with your net worth. These subconscious narratives shape how we earn, spend, save, and invest, often without us even knowing they're at play. The inheritance of financial beliefs. Think back to your earliest memories involving money. Maybe it was watching your parents argue about finances, or the thrill of receiving your first allowance, or perhaps the anxiety of overhearing adult conversations about job loss or debt. These experiences plant seeds that grow into the beliefs we carry into adulthood. You might have learned that money is stressful, that it's hard to come by, or that it's something to be hoarded and guarded against the whims of fate. Often, these inherited beliefs are passed down from generation to generation, like an old family heirloom that no one ever stops to question. If your grandparents lived through the Great Depression, for example, that scarcity mindset might have trickled down, influencing your parents and ultimately you. These beliefs might have been useful in a time of true scarcity, but in today's world they can become mental roadblocks, keeping you from taking calculated risks, enjoying your money, or even believing that financial independence is within your reach. The good news is that these beliefs, while deeply embedded, are not immutable. You have the power to change your financial mindset just as surely as you can change your financial habits. It starts with awareness, recognizing which beliefs are yours and which were handed to you by others. From there, you can begin the process of reprogramming, replacing outdated, limiting beliefs with empowering ones that align with your goals. Identifying limiting beliefs. Identifying your limiting beliefs about money requires honest self-reflection. It's about tuning into those automatic thoughts that pop up whenever you're faced with a financial decision. Do you feel a pang of guilt when you spend money on yourself, even if it's something you've budgeted for? Do you shy away from investing because you're convinced you'll make the wrong choice? Or maybe you avoid looking at your bank statements because the sight of numbers feels overwhelming and stressful. These reactions aren't just quirks, they're symptoms of the stories you tell yourself about money. To identify these stories, pay attention to the language you use when you talk or think about finances. Phrases like, "I can't afford that," "I'm just not good with money," or "people like me never get rich," are red flags, hinting at deeper beliefs that may be sabotaging your progress. These thoughts often stem from fear of making mistakes, fear of scarcity, or fear of stepping outside the norms you were raised with. Journaling can be a powerful tool for unearthing these hidden beliefs. Write down your thoughts about money without judgment and then read them back. Patterns will start to emerge, revealing the narratives that guide your behavior. This process isn't always comfortable, but it's essential if you want to understand why you make the choices you do. By shining a light on these beliefs, you can begin to see them for what they are: outdated stories that no longer serve your best interests. Challenging the narrative. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. This isn't about blindly adopting a new mindset overnight. It's about questioning the validity of your old stories and exploring alternative perspectives. If you believe that money is hard to come by, ask yourself where that belief originated. Was it from personal experience, or did you simply absorb it from those around you? Then look for evidence that contradicts that belief. Remind yourself of times when money flowed easily into your life: a surprise bonus, a successful investment, or even just finding cash in an old jacket pocket. Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones takes time and repetition. It's like weeding a garden. You have to pull out the old, unwanted growth to make space for new, healthy plants. Affirmations can help rewire your mindset by reinforcing positive beliefs about money. Statements like, "I am capable of managing my finances," "opportunities for wealth are all around me," and "I deserve financial independence" might feel cheesy at first, but over time they can help overwrite those old scripts. Visualization is another powerful tool for shifting your mindset. Spend a few minutes each day picturing your life as a financially independent person. Imagine the freedom, the peace of mind, and the opportunities that come with having your finances in order. Visualizing your goals as if they've already been achieved can create a sense of inevitability, making them feel more attainable. When you can clearly see yourself living the FIRE lifestyle, it becomes easier to align your actions with that vision. Embracing a growth mindset. Adopting a growth mindset is crucial on the road to financial independence. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication, learning, and hard work. In the context of money, it means viewing every financial setback as a learning opportunity rather than a personal failure. Instead of thinking, "I'm bad with money," a growth mindset asks, "What can I learn from this experience and how can I do better next time?" Embracing a growth mindset shifts the focus from being perfect to making progress. It allows you to take risks, try new strategies, and view mistakes as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. This mindset is particularly important when investing, where market volatility and occasional losses are par for the course. Instead of panicking during a downturn, a growth mindset encourages you to stay curious, stay informed, and stay the course. Reprogramming your money beliefs isn't a one-time fix. It's an ongoing practice of self-awareness and intentionality. You'll catch yourself falling back into old patterns from time to time, and that's okay. The goal isn't to banish every negative thought but to recognize it, challenge it, and consciously choose a more empowering belief. Over time, these small, consistent efforts will add up, reshaping your financial mindset and setting you on a path toward greater freedom and independence. Breaking free from financial shame. One of the most toxic emotions tied to money is shame. Whether it's shame about past financial mistakes, shame about debt, or shame about not measuring up to societal standards of success, this emotion can be crippling. Shame thrives in secrecy, feeding on our fears that we're the only ones struggling. But the truth is, everyone has financial regrets, and everyone has made decisions they wish they could take back. The first step in breaking free from financial shame is to bring it into the light. Talk about your experiences with trusted friends, a financial coach, or even within the FIRE community. Sharing your story doesn't just unburden you, it creates connections with others who have walked similar paths. You'll quickly discover that you're not alone and that your mistakes don't define you. They're simply part of your journey. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in reprogramming your beliefs about money. Forgive yourself for past missteps, for not knowing what you know now, and for any perceived shortcomings. Financial independence is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about learning from your past, embracing your present, and taking intentional steps toward a brighter future. Rewriting your financial future. As you work to reprogram your beliefs about money, remember that you are the author of your own financial story. You have the power to rewrite the script, to let go of the fears and doubts that have held you back, and to create a new narrative that supports your goals. This process isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about building a mindset that allows you to enjoy it, to use it wisely, and to live a life that aligns with your values. Every day you have the opportunity to make choices that reflect your new beliefs. Whether it's choosing to invest rather than spend, to save rather than splurge, or to educate yourself rather than remain in the dark, each decision is a chance to reinforce your commitment to financial independence. Over time, these small choices will reshape not just your financial landscape but your entire approach to life. Reprogramming your money beliefs is an act of empowerment. It's about reclaiming control over your financial destiny and refusing to be defined by outdated narratives. By challenging and changing these beliefs, you'll not only accelerate your journey to FIRE but also transform your relationship with money into one that's healthy, positive, and aligned with the person you want to become. Chapter 4. Embracing delayed gratification and frugality. Delayed gratification and frugality are often seen as the unsung heroes of the FIRE movement, yet they're frequently misunderstood. For many, these concepts evoke images of deprivation, of saying no to the things you love and living a joyless life of constant penny pinching. But in reality, embracing delayed gratification and frugality isn't about denying yourself pleasure. It's about redefining it. It's about making intentional choices that prioritize long-term freedom over short-term satisfaction and finding joy in the journey rather than in fleeting moments of indulgence. This chapter explores how delayed gratification and frugality can be powerful tools on your path to financial independence. We'll delve into the psychology behind these concepts, how they can transform your relationship with money, and practical ways to integrate them into your daily life. By the end, you'll see that frugality isn't a sacrifice. It's a lifestyle that can bring you closer to your goals, all while enhancing your sense of control, purpose, and fulfillment. The psychology of delayed gratification. At its core, delayed gratification is the ability to resist the temptation of an immediate reward in favor of a more substantial or meaningful payoff down the line. It's the mental discipline that allows you to set aside short-term impulses in pursuit of your long-term goals. This concept is famously illustrated by the marshmallow test, a psychological experiment in which children were given a choice: eat one marshmallow now or wait 15 minutes and receive 2 marshmallows instead. Those who could wait often grew up to have better life outcomes, including higher academic achievement and greater financial stability. But delayed gratification isn't just about willpower, it's about mindset. It's about reframing your choices and recognizing that saying no to something now doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're making room for something better. Every time you skip an impulse buy or choose to invest rather than spend, you're practicing delayed gratification. You're reinforcing the habit of prioritizing future gains over immediate pleasures. The challenge, of course, is that we live in a world that celebrates instant gratification. From next-day shipping to on-demand streaming, Everything we want is available at the click of a button. This constant access can make it difficult to pause, reflect, and choose the long game. But by cultivating the practice of delayed gratification, you're training your brain to see beyond the here and now. You're strengthening your ability to envision your future self and act in ways that benefit that person. Redefining frugality, a choice, not a constraint. Frugality often gets a bad rap. It's too often associated with cheapness, austerity, or the image of someone hunched over a coupon book, obsessively counting every cent. But true frugality is none of these things. It's not about depriving yourself but about being conscious of your spending and choosing to allocate your resources toward what truly matters to you. It's about getting the most value out of every dollar, not by buying the cheapest option but by buying the right one, the one that serves your needs and aligns with your goals. Embracing frugality means shifting your focus from quantity to quality, from material possessions to meaningful experiences, and from mindless consumption to mindful spending. It's about understanding that every financial decision is a trade-off and that by saving in one area, you're gaining freedom in another. When viewed through this lens, frugality becomes empowering rather than restrictive. It's a practice that aligns your spending with your values and helps you build the life you truly want, not the one society tells you to have. This mindset shift is particularly important in the context of FIRE. When you're working toward financial independence, every dollar saved is a dollar that brings you closer to your goal. It's not about never spending money, it's about spending money purposefully. Frugality allows you to take control of your finances without feeling like you're missing out because the choices you make are aligned with your long-term vision. Finding joy in the journey. One of the biggest misconceptions about delayed gratification and frugality is that they strip away enjoyment from life. The truth, however, is that these practices can actually enhance your sense of joy and satisfaction. When you're intentional about your spending, each purchase feels more meaningful because it's a conscious decision rather than a reflexive response. Instead of chasing the fleeting highs of instant gratification, you're building a deeper, more sustainable sense of fulfillment. Finding joy in frugality often comes down to appreciating the simple things. It's the satisfaction of cooking a delicious meal at home instead of ordering takeout, the pleasure of a walk in the park rather than a costly night out, or the peace of a quiet evening spent reading a good book instead of mindlessly shopping online. These moments are not just free, they're rich in value because they align with the lifestyle you're striving to create. One that prioritizes freedom, mindfulness, and contentment over the endless pursuit of more. Delayed gratification also allows you to enjoy the anticipation of your goals. Saving for a big purchase, a special trip, or early retirement doesn't have to feel like a grind. It can be a source of excitement. By focusing on what you're working towards rather than what you're giving up, you can transform saving from a chore into a game. One where each day brings you closer to a major win. Strategies for cultivating delayed gratification and frugality. Integrating delayed gratification and frugality into your life doesn't require extreme measures or drastic changes. Start by setting clear financial goals that excite and motivate you, whether that's hitting a savings milestone, paying off debt, or investing in a new opportunity. When your goals are clear, it's easier to stay disciplined and keep your eye on the bigger picture. Next, create an environment that supports your efforts. If impulse purchases are your weakness, consider unsubscribing from marketing emails, avoiding shopping as a form of entertainment, and keeping your financial goals visible as a daily reminder of what you're working towards. Surround yourself with people who understand and respect your choices, whether that's through online communities, accountability partners, or friends who share similar values. Mindfulness is another key component of practicing delayed gratification. Before making a purchase, pause and ask yourself if it aligns with your priorities. Are you buying out of habit, boredom, or genuine need? Would that money be better spent elsewhere, or would it bring more value if saved or invested? This simple act of questioning can help you break the cycle of mindless spending and make more deliberate choices. Finding ways to make frugality fun can also enhance your commitment. Challenge yourself to find creative ways to save, like cooking a gourmet meal on a budget, repurposing items you already have, or planning a no-spend weekend full of free activities. The more you can make these practices feel like a personal challenge or game, the less they'll feel like sacrifices. Balancing frugality with enjoyment. While frugality is a powerful tool for achieving FIRE, it's important to strike a balance between saving for the future and enjoying life in the present. Being overly restrictive can lead to burnout, resentment, or a sense of deprivation that ultimately backfires. Frugality doesn't mean denying yourself all pleasures. It means being strategic about where you spend your money and ensuring those expenditures bring true value to your life. Set aside a small portion of your budget for guilt-free spending on things that bring you joy, whether it's a favorite hobby, a special treat, or an occasional night out. This allows you to enjoy the fruits of your labor without derailing your overall goals. The key is to be intentional, spend with purpose, and savor the experiences your money buys you. Remember, the goal of frugality isn't to live in a constant state of austerity. It's to make sure your spending aligns with your values and supports the life you want to create. It's about prioritizing financial freedom over fleeting pleasures and finding satisfaction in the things that truly matter. The long-term payoff of embracing frugality and delayed gratification. The long-term benefits of embracing delayed gratification and frugality extend far beyond your bank account. These practices build resilience, discipline, and a deeper appreciation for the things you have. They teach you to find joy in the journey toward financial independence, rather than constantly looking ahead to some future finish line. And they give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing you are in control of your financial destiny. By mastering these skills, you're not just saving money, you're cultivating a mindset that prioritizes long-term well-being over short-term indulgence. You're learning to value freedom over materialism and to find contentment in the life you're building, one intentional choice at a time. This shift in perspective doesn't just help you reach fire faster. It makes the entire journey more meaningful, rewarding, and fulfilling. In the end, delayed gratification and frugality are not about what you're giving up. They're about what you're gaining. You're trading a life of constant consumption for one of intentionality, purpose, and ultimately freedom. And that's a trade-off that's worth every penny saved. Chapter 5: Building Resilience, Handling Setbacks on the Fire Path. The journey to financial independence and early retirement is rarely a straight line. It's more like a winding road with unexpected detours, occasional potholes, and a few steep hills. While the destination is undeniably rewarding, the path itself can be challenging, filled with setbacks that test your resolve and your commitment to the fire lifestyle. But these obstacles are not insurmountable barriers. They are opportunities to build resilience, learn, and grow stronger. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is one of the most important skills you can develop on your fire journey. It's not just about surviving the tough times but thriving in them, using each challenge as a stepping stone toward your ultimate goal. Resilience is often thought of as a natural trait that some people are simply born with, but the truth is, it's a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened over time. Like a muscle, resilience grows through use. Every time you face a financial setback, a market downturn, an unexpected expense, or a personal crisis, you have the chance to build your resilience. This chapter will explore the strategies for handling setbacks on your fire path, the mindset shifts that can help you stay motivated, and how to turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Because achieving financial independence isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about becoming the kind of person who can navigate the ups and downs with grace, determination, and unwavering focus. Understanding the nature of setbacks. Setbacks are an inevitable part of any ambitious goal, and the path to fire is no exception. Whether it's a sudden drop in the stock market, a costly home repair, or a career disruption, setbacks can feel like a punch to the gut. They can make you question your decisions, doubt your progress, and wonder if you'll ever reach your goal. But understanding that setbacks are normal and expected is the first step toward building resilience. They are not signs that you're failing, they're simply part of the journey. The key to handling setbacks is to view them not as permanent roadblocks but as temporary detours. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go according to plan, especially when you've been diligent about saving, budgeting, and investing. But the reality is that no plan is foolproof, and no one's journey is without its bumps. What matters most is how you respond when things go awry. Do you throw in the towel at the first sign of trouble, or do you adapt, adjust, and keep moving forward? One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to see setbacks as learning experiences rather than failures. Each challenge, no matter how frustrating or unexpected, carries valuable lessons. A market dip might teach you about the importance of diversification, an unplanned expense might highlight the need for a stronger emergency fund, and a job loss might push you to develop new skills or explore alternative income streams. These lessons are not setbacks, they are stepping stones that can ultimately bring you closer to your goal. Cultivating a growth mindset in the face of adversity. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence, is crucial for building resilience on your fire journey. This mindset encourages you to view challenges as opportunities to grow rather than insurmountable obstacles. Instead of seeing a financial setback as a reflection of your worth or ability, a growth mindset asks, what can I learn from this and how can I improve? When faced with adversity, it's easy to fall into the trap of negative thinking. Thoughts like, I'll never recover from this, or, I'm just not cut out for fire, can be incredibly demotivating. But a growth mindset helps you reframe these thoughts. It encourages you to see setbacks not as the end of the road but as temporary setbacks that you have the power to overcome. This perspective doesn't just help you recover from setbacks. It helps you come back stronger, more determined, and better equipped for the next challenge. One way to cultivate a growth mindset is to embrace failure as a natural part of the learning process. Everyone makes mistakes and everyone faces setbacks. What sets resilient people apart is their ability to view these experiences as valuable feedback rather than personal failures. When you encounter a setback, take a step back, analyze what went wrong, and identify what you can do differently next time. This process of reflection and adjustment is the essence of resilience, turning every misstep into a stepping stone towards success. Staying grounded in your why. In moments of setback, it's easy to lose sight of why you started your fire journey in the first place. The frustration of a financial loss or the sting of an unexpected expense can overshadow the excitement and motivation that initially fueled your efforts. That's why it's so important to stay connected to your why, the deeper reasons behind your pursuit of financial independence. Your why might be the desire to spend more time with your family, to travel the world, to escape the grind of a traditional career, or simply to live life on your own terms. Whatever it is, keeping your why at the forefront of your mind can help you stay motivated during tough times. When you're clear on why you're doing this, setbacks become less discouraging. They are simply bumps on the road to a much bigger and more meaningful destination. One practical way to stay grounded in your why is to create visual reminders of your goals. This could be a vision board filled with images that represent your dreams, a written list of the reasons you're pursuing fire, or even a savings tracker that shows your progress. These reminders serve as anchors, keeping you focused on the big picture even when the day-to-day gets tough. They remind you that every setback is temporary and that the rewards of staying the course far outweigh the challenges. The power of flexibility and adaptability. Resilience is not about rigidly sticking to a plan no matter what. It's about being flexible and adaptable in the face of change. The most successful people in the FIRE movement aren't those who never face setbacks. They're the ones who can pivot when things don't go as expected. Whether it's adjusting your budget, rethinking your investment strategy, or finding new ways to generate income, adaptability is key to bouncing back from adversity. One of the biggest challenges in achieving FIRE is that the path is rarely linear. The markets fluctuate, jobs come and go, and life has a way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it. But by staying flexible and open to change, you can navigate these twists and turns with greater ease. This might mean cutting back on discretionary spending during a rough patch, picking up a side hustle to boost your income, or temporarily pausing your investments to shore up your emergency fund. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means finding new ways to achieve them. Adaptability also involves being willing to reassess your plans as you gain new information. The strategies that work for you today might not be the best fit a year from now, and that's okay. The FIRE journey is a dynamic process, and being willing to adjust your approach is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows that you're committed to reaching your goal, no matter what obstacles arise. Building a support system. Resilience is not a solo endeavor. Building a strong support system of friends, family, and like-minded individuals can make all the difference when setbacks occur. The FIRE community is filled with people who have faced similar challenges and can offer guidance, encouragement, and a listening ear. Whether it's an online forum, a local meetup group, or a trusted friend, connecting with others who understand your journey can help you feel less isolated and more empowered. Sharing your experiences with others doesn't just provide emotional support, it can also offer valuable insights and new perspectives. Maybe someone else has faced the exact setback you're dealing with and found a creative solution you hadn't considered. Or perhaps hearing about another person's resilience in the face of adversity can reignite your own motivation. There's a unique strength in knowing that you're not alone and that setbacks are a common, shared part of the FIRE experience. Having a support system also means being honest about your struggles. It's okay to admit when things aren't going well or when you're feeling discouraged. Vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's a way to connect, learn, and grow. By sharing both your successes and your setbacks, you contribute to a culture of openness that benefits everyone on the FIRE path. Celebrating small wins along the way. Setbacks can make it feel like progress has stalled, but it's important to remember that every small win counts. Building resilience isn't just about bouncing back from big challenges, it's also about recognizing and celebrating the little victories that keep you moving forward. Maybe it's hitting a savings milestone, reducing your expenses, or finding a new source of income. These achievements, no matter how small, are proof that you're on the right track. Celebrating small wins isn't just about feeling good, it's a way to reinforce the habits and behaviors that will carry you through tough times. Each victory, no matter how modest, builds momentum and strengthens your resolve. It's a reminder that progress is being made, even if it's not always visible in the moment. By focusing on these positive steps, you can maintain a sense of optimism and motivation, even when the going gets tough. Turning setbacks into stepping stones. Ultimately, resilience is about turning setbacks into stepping stones. It's about embracing the challenges of the fire journey as opportunities to learn, grow, and refine your approach. Each setback, no matter how daunting, is a chance to develop new skills, test your resilience, and prove to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's not about avoiding difficulties but about facing them with courage, adaptability, and a determination to keep going. The path to financial independence is not a straight line, but every twist and turn is part of the process. By building resilience, staying grounded in your why, and embracing a growth mindset, you can navigate the setbacks with confidence and emerge stronger on the other side. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination, and every challenge you overcome brings you one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 6. The Power of Goal Setting and Visualization. The path to financial independence and early retirement is filled with numbers, strategies, and meticulous planning. But beyond the spreadsheets and savings goals lies a powerful, often underappreciated tool that can significantly impact your journey: goal setting and visualization. These practices aren't just about jotting down what you want to achieve, they're about creating a mental blueprint for your future, aligning your actions with your aspirations, and turning your dreams into a reality. When combined, goal setting and visualization become a dynamic duo that fuels your motivation, sharpens your focus, and keeps you on track even when the road gets bumpy. Goal setting provides direction. It's the compass that guides your decisions and actions, ensuring that every step you take moves you closer to your destination. Without clear goals, the journey to fire can feel aimless, like wandering in the dark without a map. But when your goals are well-defined, specific, and meaningful, they serve as a constant reminder of why you're making sacrifices today for the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Visualization, on the other hand, is about bringing those goals to life in your mind. It's about seeing, feeling, and experiencing your desired outcomes before they happen, creating a powerful sense of inevitability that propels you forward. Setting smart goals, the foundation of success. Setting effective goals starts with clarity. It's not enough to simply say, "I want to retire early," or "I want to be financially independent." While these are admirable ambitions, they're too vague to provide the guidance you need. Instead, your goals should be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This framework helps transform your broad desires into actionable steps that you can track, measure, and adjust as needed. Specific goals give you a clear target to aim for. Rather than setting a goal like, save money, aim for something more concrete such as, save $500 a month for the next year. Measurable goals allow you to track your progress and celebrate your milestones along the way. Achievable goals keep you grounded in reality while still pushing you to stretch your limits. They should challenge you but not to the point of being overwhelming. Relevant goals ensure that your efforts align with your larger vision of financial independence, keeping you focused on what truly matters. Finally, time-bound goals create a sense of urgency, motivating you to take consistent action toward your objectives. When your goals are smart, they become a powerful tool for accountability. They provide a roadmap that guides your daily decisions, from how you spend your money to how you invest your time. And because they are clear and measurable, you can easily assess your progress and make adjustments when necessary. Smart goals are not just a plan, they are a commitment to yourself, a promise that you will do what it takes to turn your financial dreams into reality. Breaking down big goals into manageable steps. One of the biggest challenges in the pursuit of FIRE is that the end goal, financial independence, can feel dauntingly far away. When faced with such a large and distant target, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged. That's why it's crucial to break down your big overarching goals into smaller, more manageable steps. This approach not only makes the journey feel less intimidating but also provides you with a series of achievable milestones that keep you motivated along the way. Start by identifying the major components of your financial goal. If your aim is to save a certain amount for early retirement, break that down into monthly or even weekly savings targets. If your goal is to pay off debt, divide the total into smaller chunks and focus on eliminating one debt at a time. These smaller, bite-sized goals are like stepping stones that lead you steadily toward your larger objective. Each time you reach one, you build confidence and momentum, reinforcing the belief that your ultimate goal is within reach. By focusing on these smaller steps, you also create more opportunities to celebrate your progress. Each win, no matter how small, serves as a reminder that you are moving in the right direction. This sense of accomplishment keeps you engaged and committed, turning the pursuit of fire into a series of rewarding experiences rather than a long, exhausting grind. The power of visualization. Seeing your success before it happens. Visualization is more than just daydreaming. It's a mental rehearsal that prepares your mind for success. When you visualize your goals, you're not just imagining what your life will look like when you achieve them, you're training your brain to see these outcomes as real, attainable, and inevitable. This mental practice can significantly enhance your motivation, boost your confidence, and keep you focused on your path, even when the going gets tough. The science behind visualization is compelling. Studies have shown that when you vividly imagine achieving a goal, your brain activates the same neural pathways as it would if you were actually performing the actions. This means that visualization isn't just a passive activity, it's a form of mental conditioning that primes your brain to take the necessary steps toward your desired outcome. It helps you internalize the belief that you can succeed, making it easier to overcome doubts, fears, and obstacles. To harness the power of visualization, set aside a few minutes each day to mentally rehearse your goals. Close your eyes and picture yourself living your ideal life of financial independence. Imagine the freedom of not having to work, the peace of mind that comes with financial security, and the joy of spending your time exactly as you wish. Engage all your senses. See the details, hear the sounds, feel the emotions. The more vividly you can picture your success, the more real it will feel, and the more motivated you will be to make it happen. Visualization can also be used to mentally rehearse specific actions that lead to your goals. For example, if you're working on reducing your spending, visualize yourself making conscious, thoughtful purchasing decisions. If you're focused on investing, picture yourself confidently navigating market ups and downs. This practice helps build the mental resilience needed to stick to your plan, even when faced with temptation or uncertainty. Aligning your actions with your goals. Visualization is powerful, but it must be paired with action to produce results. One of the most important aspects of goal setting is ensuring that your daily actions align with your larger objectives. It's not enough to set a goal, you must also create a plan for how you will achieve it and then follow through consistently. Begin by identifying the habits and behaviors that will support your goals. If your aim is to save more, consider automating your savings so that a portion of your income is set aside before you even have a chance to spend it. If you're working on paying down debt, set up a repayment schedule that prioritizes high-interest balances first. These actions, however small they may seem, are the building blocks of your success. Each time you make a decision that aligns with your goals, you reinforce your commitment to your financial independence. Accountability can also play a key role in aligning your actions with your goals. Share your objectives with a trusted friend, partner, or community. Discussing your progress, challenges, and wins with others not only keeps you accountable but also provides valuable support and encouragement. When you know someone else is rooting for you, it's easier to stay focused and motivated. Remember that setbacks are a normal part of the process, and they don't mean you've failed. If you find yourself drifting off course, don't beat yourself up. Instead, revisit your goals, reflect on your progress, and make the necessary adjustments. The path to fire is rarely a straight line, but with persistence and a willingness to adapt, you can stay on track. Creating a vision board, bringing your goals to life. A vision board is a powerful tool that combines the principles of goal setting and visualization into a tangible, daily reminder of your dreams. It's a collage of images, quotes, and symbols that represent what you want to achieve, serving as a visual motivator that keeps your goals front and center. Creating a vision board isn't just about cutting and pasting pictures. It's an opportunity to clarify your aspirations, connect with your why, and set your intentions for the future. To create a vision board, start by gathering images that resonate with your goals. These could be photos of places you want to travel, symbols of financial success, or pictures that capture the essence of your desired lifestyle. Include quotes or affirmations that inspire you and reflect the mindset you want to cultivate. Arrange these elements on a board in a way that feels meaningful to you, and place it somewhere you'll see it every day. The power of a vision board lies in its ability to keep your goals top of mind. Each time you look at it, you're reminded of what you're working toward and why it matters. This constant visual reinforcement helps anchor your daily actions in your larger purpose, making it easier to stay committed even when challenges arise. Staying motivated through the ups and downs. Motivation is not a constant. It ebbs and flows, influenced by your circumstances, mindset, and progress. On the path to fire, there will be times when your motivation is sky high, and times when it feels like a struggle just to keep going. The key is to recognize that motivation is a resource that can be replenished through intentional actions. One way to maintain motivation is by regularly reviewing your goals and visualizing your progress. Take time to reflect on how far you've come, celebrate your achievements, and remind yourself of the rewards that await you. This practice not only boosts your morale but also reinforces the belief that your efforts are paying off. Another strategy is to stay connected to your why. Revisit the reasons you set out on this journey in the first place and reconnect with the emotions that drive you. Whether it's the desire for freedom, security, or the chance to live life on your own terms, keeping your why at the forefront of your mind can reignite your passion when motivation wanes. Ultimately, goal setting and visualization are about more than just reaching financial independence. They're about enjoying the journey along the way. They help you stay engaged, inspired, and focused on what truly matters, turning the pursuit of FIRE into a fulfilling and transformative experience. By setting clear goals, visualizing your success, and aligning your actions with your aspirations, you're not just building wealth, you're building a life that reflects your deepest values and dreams. Chapter 7: Cultivating a Minimalist and Abundance Mindset. The journey toward financial independence often involves more than just a shift in financial habits. It requires a complete transformation of the way you think about life, possessions, and wealth. At the heart of this transformation is the embrace of two seemingly opposite yet deeply interconnected mindsets: minimalism and abundance. Together, these mindsets create a powerful synergy that allows you to live with less while feeling like you have more, and they can profoundly impact your journey to FIRE. Minimalism and abundance might sound like contradictory concepts. One suggests paring down and letting go, while the other evokes images of plenty and prosperity. But when combined, they form a balanced approach to life that focuses on value rather than volume, quality over quantity, and fulfillment over excess. Cultivating these mindsets can help you break free from the relentless cycle of consumerism, reduce financial stress, and create a sense of freedom and contentment that money alone cannot buy. Embracing minimalism. More than just decluttering. Minimalism is often misunderstood as simply getting rid of stuff, but at its core, it's about intentionality. It's the practice of focusing on what truly adds value to your life and letting go of everything else. Minimalism is not about deprivation, it's about making space, physically, mentally, and emotionally, for what matters most. By consciously choosing less, you create room for more time, more freedom, and more peace of mind. On the journey to FIRE, minimalism helps you cut through the noise of societal pressures and endless advertising that tell you to buy more, own more, and spend more. It challenges the notion that happiness comes from material possessions and invites you to find joy in simplicity. This doesn't mean you have to live in a sparse, empty room or give up everything you love. Rather, it's about aligning your surroundings, your spending, and your habits with your values and your goals. Minimalism can start with something as simple as decluttering your living space, but it quickly evolves into a mindset that influences every aspect of your life. It's about asking yourself tough questions. Does this purchase bring me closer to or further away from my financial goals? Does this item add value, or is it just another thing to maintain and worry about? By continuously evaluating your possessions and purchases through the lens of minimalism, you begin to shift your focus away from accumulation and toward intentional living. This shift can be liberating. Instead of chasing the next big purchase or feeling pressured to keep up with others, you start to find contentment in what you already have. You learn to appreciate the simple pleasures: time with loved ones, a quiet evening at home, or a walk in nature. Minimalism teaches you that the best things in life aren't things, and that by letting go of excess, you gain far more than you lose. The abundance mindset, shifting from scarcity to possibility. While minimalism encourages you to live with less, the abundance mindset is about believing that there is more than enough for everyone. It's the opposite of scarcity thinking, which tells you that resources are limited, opportunities are scarce, and you must cling tightly to what you have. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, is rooted in the belief that the world is full of possibilities, and that there is plenty of wealth, success, and happiness to go around. This mindset shift is crucial for those on the path to FIRE, as it helps you approach challenges and setbacks with optimism rather than fear. Instead of viewing a market downturn as a catastrophic event, an abundance mindset sees it as an opportunity to buy investments at a discount. Rather than feeling threatened by others' success, you're inspired by it, knowing that someone else's achievements don't diminish your own potential. Cultivating an abundance mindset involves retraining your brain to see opportunities rather than obstacles. It means focusing on what you have rather than what you lack and recognizing that there are multiple paths to success. This mindset encourages generosity, creativity, and gratitude, qualities that not only enhance your financial journey but also enrich your life as a whole. One of the most effective ways to foster an abundance mindset is through the practice of gratitude. Regularly acknowledging and appreciating the good things in your life, no matter how small, shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. This doesn't just make you feel better, it changes the way you think and act. When you operate from a place of gratitude, you're more likely to take positive actions, make thoughtful decisions, and approach challenges with resilience and optimism. Finding the balance, living with less but feeling like you have more. Minimalism and an abundance mindset may seem like opposite ends of the spectrum, but together they create a balanced approach to life that's both freeing and fulfilling. Minimalism reduces the physical and financial clutter, stripping away the distractions that can drain your time, money, and energy. Meanwhile, an abundance mindset ensures that even as you pare down, you never feel deprived. You learn to see the wealth in experiences, relationships, and opportunities, rather than in material possessions. Finding this balance is key to a sustainable FIRE journey. When you live minimally, you reduce your expenses, making it easier to save, invest, and reach your financial goals. But with an abundance mindset, you don't feel restricted by your frugality. Instead, you feel empowered by your choices. You realize that by saying no to things that don't matter, you're saying yes to the freedom, security, and flexibility that come with financial independence. Living with less doesn't mean settling for less. In fact, many people find that as they simplify their lives, they experience a greater sense of abundance. Without the constant noise of consumption, you have more mental clarity, more time to pursue meaningful activities, and more resources to invest in the things that truly bring you joy. This shift from material wealth to experiential wealth transforms not only your financial journey but your overall quality of life. Practical steps to cultivate minimalism and abundance. Cultivating a minimalist and abundance mindset doesn't happen overnight. It's an ongoing practice that evolves as you do. Start by taking small, intentional steps that align with your values and goals. Declutter one area of your home at a time, not with the goal of achieving perfection, but with the intention of making space for what matters. Evaluate your spending habits and identify areas where you can cut back without feeling deprived. Use these savings to invest in experiences, education, or opportunities that align with your vision of financial independence. As you work on simplifying your life, also make a conscious effort to shift your thinking from scarcity to abundance. Challenge negative thoughts that tell you there's never enough time, money, or opportunity. Replace them with affirmations that reinforce the belief that you are capable, resourceful, and deserving of success. Surround yourself with positive influences, people, books, and communities that inspire an abundance mindset and support your FIRE journey. Reflection is a powerful tool in this process. Regularly take time to assess how your choices align with your values. Are you living in a way that reflects your priorities, or are you still holding on to habits and beliefs that no longer serve you? By continuously reevaluating and adjusting, you can deepen your commitment to minimalism and abundance, creating a lifestyle that feels rich, rewarding, and true to who you are. Letting go of comparisons and embracing your own path. One of the greatest challenges in cultivating minimalism and an abundance mindset is resisting the urge to compare yourself to others. In a world where social media constantly showcases the highlight reels of other people's lives, it's easy to feel like you're not measuring up. You might see friends upgrading their homes, buying new cars, or taking lavish vacations and feel a pang of envy or self-doubt. But comparison is the enemy of contentment, and it can derail even the most disciplined FIRE journey. Embracing minimalism and abundance means letting go of the need to keep up with anyone else. It's about recognizing that your journey is unique and that your worth is not defined by your possessions or your lifestyle. Focus on what brings you joy and fulfillment, rather than what looks good on the outside. Celebrate your progress, no matter how modest, and remind yourself that you're building a life that reflects your values, not anyone else's. When you stop comparing and start appreciating your own path, you free yourself from the pressure to conform. You become more confident in your choices, more resilient in the face of challenges, and more connected to the true essence of what financial independence means to you. Minimalism and an abundance mindset are not about fitting into a mold, they're about creating a life that feels right, purposeful, and deeply satisfying. Living abundantly with less. Ultimately, the combination of minimalism and an abundance mindset allows you to live abundantly with less. It's a lifestyle that prioritizes meaning over materialism, freedom over possessions, and fulfillment over excess. By embracing these mindsets, you create a financial strategy that's not just about reaching a number, it's about building a life that you love both now and in the future. Living abundantly with less doesn't mean that you'll never face challenges or that you'll never feel the pull of consumer culture. But it does mean that you'll have the tools, the mindset, and the resilience to navigate those challenges with grace. You'll find joy in the everyday, satisfaction in the simple, and confidence in your ability to create a life that's rich in all the ways that matter most. As you continue on your FIRE journey, remember that financial independence is not just about money, it's about freedom, purpose, and the ability to live life on your own terms. Minimalism and an abundance mindset are not just strategies, they are philosophies that can guide you toward a more intentional, fulfilling, and abundant life. Embrace them, cultivate them, and watch as they transform not just your finances but your entire world. Chapter 8. Managing the Social Pressures and Expectations. Pursuing financial independence and early retirement is a bold and unconventional path. It's a choice that often goes against the grain of societal norms, and as a result, you may find yourself navigating a maze of social pressures and expectations. From well-meaning friends who question your frugal habits to family members who don't understand your decision to prioritize saving over spending, managing the social aspects of the FIRE journey can be as challenging as managing your finances. These pressures can manifest in subtle ways, like the expectation to join in on expensive outings, buy gifts beyond your budget, or maintain a lifestyle that doesn't align with your financial goals. They can also be more overt, with people openly questioning your choices or making you feel guilty for not participating in the status quo. In a world where success is often measured by visible wealth, living below your means and prioritizing long-term freedom over immediate gratification can feel isolating and, at times, even rebellious. This chapter explores how to navigate these social dynamics with confidence and grace. It's about setting boundaries, staying true to your values, and finding ways to communicate your goals without feeling the need to justify your every decision. By learning to manage social pressures, you can stay focused on your FIRE journey while maintaining healthy relationships with those around you. Understanding the root of social pressures. Social pressures often stem from deeply ingrained beliefs about money, success, and happiness. Many people equate financial stability with visible signs of wealth: nice cars, big houses, and luxurious vacations. When you choose a different path, it can challenge those around you, prompting them to question their own choices or feel uncomfortable with your decisions. It's not uncommon for people to project their own fears, insecurities, or misunderstandings onto you, often without realizing it. Understanding this dynamic is key to managing social pressures. It's important to recognize that when others express skepticism or judgment, it's usually more about them than it is about you. Their reactions are often rooted in their own experiences, values, and assumptions about what it means to be successful. By viewing these interactions through this lens, you can respond with empathy rather than defensiveness, maintaining your composure and staying true to your path. One of the most common sources of social pressure is the fear of missing out, FOMO. Whether it's an invitation to a lavish wedding, a group vacation, or the latest tech gadget, the desire to keep up with others can be strong. You might worry that saying no will lead to feelings of exclusion or that you'll be perceived as cheap or antisocial. But it's important to remember that your decision to prioritize your financial goals is not a reflection of your worth or your value as a friend or family member. It's simply a choice that aligns with your vision for the future. Setting boundaries and communicating your goals. Setting boundaries is an essential skill for managing social pressures. This doesn't mean you have to cut yourself off from your social circles or constantly explain your financial choices. Instead, it's about creating a clear understanding of what you are comfortable with and sticking to it, even when faced with external expectations. Boundaries help protect your financial plan and ensure that your actions remain aligned with your goals, regardless of outside influences. Communicating your goals to friends and family can also be a helpful way to manage expectations. While you don't have to share every detail of your financial journey, offering a general explanation of your priorities can help others understand where you're coming from. For instance, you might say, "I'm focusing on saving for my future right now, so I'm being more intentional with my spending." Framing your decisions in a positive light, rather than as sacrifices, can help shift the narrative and make others more supportive of your choices. It's also important to be prepared for the fact that not everyone will understand or agree with your decisions. And that's okay. You're not responsible for making others feel comfortable with your financial strategy. What matters most is that you are confident in your choices and committed to your goals. When faced with criticism or pressure, remind yourself of your why, the reasons you embarked on the FIRE journey in the first place. Let this motivation guide you through moments of doubt or discomfort. Finding your tribe, the power of community support. Navigating social pressures is much easier when you have a supportive community that understands and shares your goals. The FIRE movement is full of people who have faced similar challenges and can offer guidance, encouragement, and camaraderie. Whether it's an online forum, a local meetup, or a social media group, connecting with others on the same path can provide a sense of belonging and validation. When you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, you're reminded that you're not alone in your pursuit of financial independence. These communities offer a safe space to share your successes, vent your frustrations, and celebrate your progress without fear of judgment. They can also provide practical advice on how to handle social pressures, offering strategies that have worked for others in similar situations. Finding your tribe doesn't mean cutting ties with your existing friends and family, but it does mean actively seeking out relationships that support and inspire your journey. These connections can help you stay motivated, keep your mindset positive, and remind you that there is a whole community cheering you on, even when the people closest to you may not fully understand. Embracing the power of no without guilt. One of the most liberating skills you can develop on your FIRE journey is the ability to say no without guilt. This doesn't mean rejecting every social invitation or isolating yourself from the people you care about. It simply means being selective and intentional with how you spend your time and money. By saying no to things that don't align with your goals, you're saying yes to your future, your freedom, and the life you're working so hard to create. Saying no can be uncomfortable, especially if you're used to accommodating others or fear disappointing them. But it's important to remember that every yes comes with a cost, financial, emotional, or otherwise. Before agreeing to any commitment, consider whether it supports or detracts from your financial plan. If it doesn't align, give yourself permission to decline with confidence. You don't owe anyone an explanation, but if you feel inclined, a simple and polite response like, "I'm focusing on my financial goals right now," can be both honest and respectful. Over time, saying no becomes easier, and you'll find that people are more understanding than you might expect. Often they respect your boundaries and may even be inspired by your discipline. The more you practice this skill, the more empowered you'll feel to make choices that reflect your true priorities rather than succumbing to external pressures. Reframing your perspective on social spending. Not all social spending is inherently bad or counterproductive to your FIRE goals. The key is to approach it with intentionality and mindfulness. Rather than feeling obligated to participate in every event or gift exchange, look for ways to create meaningful connections that don't involve excessive spending. This might mean suggesting a potluck dinner instead of dining out, opting for a game night at home rather than a costly concert, or finding creative, budget-friendly ways to celebrate special occasions. Reframing your perspective on social spending can also involve shifting your mindset from consumerism to connection. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that spending money equates to showing love, appreciation, or success. But the truth is, the most valuable things you can offer, your time, attention, and presence, often cost nothing at all. By focusing on the quality of your interactions rather than the price tag, you can maintain rich, fulfilling relationships without compromising your financial plan. When it comes to gift giving, consider alternatives that align with your values. Handmade gifts, thoughtful cards, or experiences like a shared hike or a coffee date can be just as meaningful as expensive presents. Letting go of the expectation to keep up with traditional spending habits can relieve financial stress and deepen your connections with those around you. Staying true to your path. The journey to financial independence is not a one-size-fits-all endeavor, and it doesn't look the same for everyone. As you navigate social pressures, it's important to stay true to your own path, honoring your values, your goals, and your unique circumstances. Your decisions don't have to make sense to anyone but you, and that's perfectly okay. Remember that you are building a life that reflects your priorities, not conforming to someone else's vision of success. Staying true to your path means being confident in your choices, even when they deviate from the norm. It means trusting that the sacrifices you make today will pay off in the form of freedom, security, and fulfillment tomorrow. And it means knowing that while the road to FIRE may be unconventional, it is a path worth taking. A path that leads to a life of greater independence, purpose, and joy. Navigating social pressures is undoubtedly one of the more challenging aspects of the FIRE journey, but it's also an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and deepen your commitment to your goals. By setting boundaries, communicating your intentions, and surrounding yourself with supportive individuals, you can confidently pursue financial independence without feeling the need to justify or apologize for your choices. Ultimately, managing social expectations is about finding balance, honoring your relationships while staying true to your vision. It's about recognizing that the greatest validation comes not from others but from within, knowing that you are making decisions that serve your best interests and move you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 9: Staying Motivated, Habits, Routines, and Mindful Living. Staying motivated on the path to financial independence and early retirement is no small feat. While the idea of achieving FIRE is incredibly inspiring, the journey itself can be long, demanding, and filled with temptations to veer off course. Motivation isn't a constant. It ebbs and flows, influenced by our moods, our environments, and the countless distractions that compete for our attention every day. To keep the fire burning, it's essential to cultivate habits, routines, and a mindful approach to living that support your financial goals and keep you focused on the bigger picture. Motivation is often seen as something that comes and goes, but in reality, it's something that can be cultivated through intentional action. By establishing supportive habits, creating routines that reinforce your goals, and practicing mindfulness, you can build a lifestyle that keeps you engaged, energized, and committed to your path. This chapter explores how to harness these tools to maintain momentum, overcome challenges, and stay motivated throughout your fire journey. The power of habits: small actions, big results. Habits are the building blocks of your daily life. They are the small, often unconscious actions that shape your decisions, your behaviors, and ultimately your outcomes. On the road to fire, cultivating the right habits can make the difference between consistent progress and constant struggle. The beauty of habits lies in their simplicity. Once established, they require little effort to maintain, yet their impact can be profound. Creating habits that support your financial goals starts with identifying the actions that align with your vision of financial independence. These might include tracking your expenses, setting aside a portion of your income for savings, or regularly reviewing your investment portfolio. By turning these actions into automatic behaviors, you reduce the mental effort required to stay on track and create a sense of consistency that propels you forward. One of the keys to developing strong habits is to start small. It's tempting to overhaul your entire routine overnight, but this approach often leads to burnout and frustration. Instead, focus on implementing one small change at a time. Whether it's brewing your own coffee instead of buying it, setting up an automatic transfer to your savings account, or dedicating 10 minutes a day to learning about investing. As these small actions become habits, they'll compound over time, leading to significant progress without overwhelming you. Another important aspect of habit formation is accountability. Sharing your goals with a friend, partner, or community can provide the external motivation needed to stick with your habits, especially when your internal drive wanes. Regular check-ins, whether through conversations or journaling, help keep you accountable and offer an opportunity to celebrate your wins, reflect on your challenges, and adjust your approach as needed. Creating routines that reinforce your goals. Routines are powerful because they provide structure and predictability, reducing the mental load of decision-making and freeing up energy for what truly matters. A well-designed routine can anchor your day, ensuring that you consistently engage in activities that support your fire journey, even when motivation is low. The key is to create routines that feel natural, enjoyable, and sustainable, rather than rigid schedules that feel like a chore. Morning routines, in particular, can set the tone for your entire day. By starting your morning with intentional actions, like reviewing your goals, reading something inspirational, or planning your budget, you set a positive, proactive mindset that carries through the rest of your day. These routines don't have to be time-consuming. Even a few minutes spent focusing on your intentions can make a significant difference. Evening routines are equally valuable, offering a chance to wind down, reflect on the day, and prepare for tomorrow. Use this time to review your financial progress, update your spending tracker, or simply take a moment to visualize your goals. Ending the day with a sense of accomplishment reinforces the habits and actions that will bring you closer to financial independence. The beauty of routines is that they are flexible. They can be as simple or as elaborate as you like, and they can evolve over time as your needs and priorities change. The goal is not to create a rigid schedule but to establish a rhythm that supports your well-being and keeps you engaged with your journey. By designing routines that align with your goals, you create a daily framework that naturally propels you toward success. Mindful living, staying present and focused on the now. Mindfulness, the practice of staying present and fully engaged in the moment, is a powerful tool for maintaining motivation on the fire path. It helps you stay connected to your actions, your decisions, and your overall journey, preventing you from drifting into autopilot or becoming overwhelmed by the distance between where you are and where you want to be. Mindful living isn't just about meditation or quiet reflection. It's about bringing awareness to every aspect of your life, including your finances. Practicing mindfulness can transform how you approach spending, saving, and investing. When you make financial decisions mindfully, you're more likely to consider their long-term impact and how they align with your goals. This could mean pausing before making a purchase to ask yourself if it truly brings value, or taking a moment to appreciate the progress you've made instead of focusing solely on what's left to achieve. Mindfulness encourages you to slow down, check in with yourself, and make choices that reflect your values rather than succumbing to impulse or habit. Mindfulness also helps you navigate the emotional ups and downs of the fire journey. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and fear, times when the market drops, an unexpected expense arises, or progress feels painfully slow. In these moments, mindfulness allows you to acknowledge your emotions without being controlled by them. You can observe your thoughts, let them pass, and refocus on your goals with a renewed sense of calm and clarity. One simple way to integrate mindfulness into your daily routine is through mindful spending. Before each purchase, take a few seconds to ask yourself, do I need this? Does this align with my goals? How will this impact my financial plan? This practice not only curbs unnecessary spending but also deepens your awareness of how your choices affect your overall journey. Overcoming motivation slumps. What to do when you feel stuck. Motivation slumps are a natural part of any long-term pursuit, and the journey to FIRE is no exception. There will be days when you feel unmotivated, overwhelmed, or tempted to abandon your plan altogether. During these times, it's important to remember that feeling stuck is temporary and that there are practical steps you can take to reignite your motivation. One of the most effective ways to overcome a motivation slump is to reconnect with your why. Your reasons for pursuing FIRE are the driving force behind your actions, and revisiting them can help you regain perspective. Take some time to reflect on why financial independence matters to you, what it represents, and how it will change your life. Visualizing your future self enjoying the freedom and flexibility that FIRE offers can be a powerful reminder of why your efforts are worthwhile. Another strategy is to break your goals down into smaller, more manageable tasks. When the big picture feels overwhelming, focusing on just one small step can help you regain momentum. This might mean tackling a single budget adjustment, making an extra payment toward debt, or setting aside a few dollars for savings. By shifting your focus from the daunting end goal to the immediate actions you can take today, you create a sense of progress and control. Taking care of your mental and physical well-being is also crucial for maintaining motivation. Burnout is real, and it's easy to fall into the trap of pushing yourself too hard, especially when you're working toward a goal as ambitious as FIRE. Make sure to incorporate self-care into your routines, whether that means taking breaks, getting enough sleep, exercising, or simply allowing yourself some downtime to recharge. A healthy, balanced approach to your journey will keep you energized and motivated for the long haul. Celebrating milestones and acknowledging progress. Celebrating milestones is a key component of staying motivated on the path to FIRE. While the ultimate goal of financial independence may still be years away, every step you take toward it is an achievement worth acknowledging. Celebrating your progress, no matter how small, reinforces positive behavior, boosts your confidence, and reminds you that your efforts are paying off. Create a system for tracking and celebrating your wins. This could be as simple as updating a savings tracker, rewarding yourself with a small treat, or sharing your success with a supportive friend or community. The act of celebration doesn't have to be extravagant. It just needs to feel meaningful and reflect the hard work you've put in. Recognizing your progress also helps shift your focus from what's still to be done to what you've already accomplished. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that you're not moving fast enough or that your efforts aren't making a difference. But when you take the time to look back on how far you've come, you'll see that every dollar saved, every debt paid off, and every smart investment is bringing you closer to your goal. Staying motivated on the FIRE journey requires a combination of supportive habits, intentional routines, and a mindful approach to living. By building a lifestyle that aligns with your values and keeps you focused on your goals, you create a solid foundation for long-term success. Remember that motivation is not a constant but a resource that can be nurtured and renewed through conscious action. Ultimately, the key to staying motivated is to find joy in the process, not just the destination. Embrace the small wins, stay present in the moment, and remind yourself that every step you take is a step toward a life of greater freedom and fulfillment. By cultivating the right habits, routines, and mindset, you'll not only reach your FIRE goals, you'll enjoy the journey every step of the way. Chapter 10. The Emotional Transition to Early Retirement. Achieving financial independence and retiring early is a remarkable milestone, a dream that many work tirelessly toward, often for years. But reaching FIRE is not just a financial achievement, it's also a profound emotional transition. For many, the excitement of stepping away from the traditional workforce is tempered by a mix of emotions that can include anxiety, uncertainty, and even a sense of loss. While much of the FIRE journey focuses on the numbers, savings rates, investment strategies, and withdrawal plans, the emotional aspect of retiring early is equally important and deserves careful consideration. The transition to early retirement is about more than just having enough money in the bank. It's about redefining your identity, finding new purpose, and creating a lifestyle that feels fulfilling without the structure of a 9-to-5 job. It's about adjusting to a new rhythm, managing the unexpected challenges that come with newfound freedom, and navigating the complex emotions that can arise when your routine and sense of self undergo a significant shift. This chapter explores the emotional landscape of early retirement, offering insights and strategies to help you embrace this next chapter of your life with confidence and joy. Redefining your identity beyond work. For many people, work is more than just a way to earn a living, it's a core part of their identity. Careers often provide a sense of purpose, structure, and social connection, all of which can be difficult to replace once you retire. The prospect of losing these elements can trigger feelings of anxiety or emptiness, leaving you wondering, who am I without my job? Redefining your identity beyond your professional role is a crucial step in the transition to early retirement. It's an opportunity to explore new facets of yourself, pursue passions that were previously sidelined, and invest time in activities that bring you joy. This might mean diving into hobbies, volunteering, traveling, or even starting a new venture that aligns with your interests. The goal is to create a sense of purpose and fulfillment that isn't tied to a paycheck. The process of redefining your identity can take time, and it's normal to feel a bit lost or unsettled in the beginning. Give yourself permission to explore different paths without the pressure of finding the perfect new role. Early retirement is a journey, not a destination, and it's okay if your interests and priorities evolve over time. Embrace the freedom to try new things, make mistakes, and discover what truly resonates with you. Maintaining a sense of purpose is key to emotional well-being in retirement. Purpose doesn't have to be grand or career-focused. It can be as simple as spending time with loved ones, learning a new skill, or contributing to your community in meaningful ways. By focusing on activities that align with your values and passions, you can create a fulfilling post-retirement life that feels rich and rewarding, even without the traditional structure of work. Finding balance in your new freedom. One of the most exciting aspects of early retirement is the freedom to design your days as you see fit. Without the constraints of a work schedule, you have the flexibility to wake up when you want, travel on a whim, and spend your time doing what you love. But this newfound freedom can also be overwhelming. The lack of routine can leave you feeling unanchored, and the absence of deadlines or obligations can make it easy to drift aimlessly. Finding balance in your new freedom involves creating a rhythm that feels satisfying without being overly rigid. This might mean establishing a loose routine that includes time for exercise, hobbies, socializing, and relaxation. The goal is not to replicate the structure of a workday but to create a sense of flow that helps you make the most of your time. By setting gentle boundaries around how you spend your days, you can avoid the pitfalls of boredom, procrastination, or feeling unproductive. It's also important to recognize that the freedom of early retirement is a double-edged sword. While it offers unparalleled opportunities for growth and exploration, it also requires a high level of self-discipline and self-direction. There's no boss telling you what to do or deadlines pushing you to complete tasks. It's up to you to decide how you want to spend your time and ensure that your days are filled with activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. One strategy for finding balance is to set small, achievable goals that give your days a sense of purpose and direction. These goals don't have to be related to work or income. They can be personal milestones like completing a fitness challenge, learning a new language, or planning a trip you've always dreamed of. By setting intentions and taking steps toward them, you create a sense of accomplishment that keeps you engaged and motivated. Managing the emotional challenges of financial freedom. While financial independence provides incredible security, it doesn't necessarily eliminate financial anxiety. Even with a solid nest egg, it's normal to worry about whether your savings will last, how market fluctuations might impact your investments, or whether you've truly planned for all potential expenses. These concerns can cast a shadow over the enjoyment of early retirement if not managed effectively. One of the most effective ways to manage these emotional challenges is through regular financial check-ins. Reviewing your budget, tracking your spending, and adjusting your withdrawal rate as needed can help you stay on top of your finances and reduce uncertainty. Knowing that you are actively managing your resources provides reassurance and helps you maintain control over your financial future. It's also important to cultivate a mindset of flexibility and adaptability. The future is inherently unpredictable and no financial plan is foolproof. Rather than striving for perfect certainty, focus on building resilience and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. This might mean adjusting your spending during market downturns, exploring new income streams, or simply accepting that some level of risk is an inevitable part of life. By staying open to change and prepared to pivot as needed, you can navigate financial uncertainties with greater peace of mind. Beyond financial concerns, early retirement can also bring unexpected emotional challenges, such as feelings of isolation or a loss of social connections. Without the built-in social network of a workplace, it's easy to feel disconnected from others. Proactively seeking out opportunities for connection, whether through clubs, volunteer work, or social groups, can help fill this gap and ensure that your retirement years are rich in relationships as well as experiences. Embracing the concept of enough. One of the most liberating aspects of reaching FIRE is the realization that you have enough. Enough money, enough time, and enough freedom to live life on your own terms. But embracing this concept can also be challenging, especially if you've spent years striving, saving, and pushing toward a financial goal. It's easy to fall into the trap of constantly seeking more security, more comfort, more assurance that you'll never run out. Embracing the concept of enough is about letting go of the relentless pursuit of more and finding contentment in what you have. It's about recognizing that financial independence is not just about achieving a number. It's about creating a life that feels abundant and fulfilling with the resources you already possess. This mindset shift can be profoundly freeing, allowing you to enjoy your retirement without the constant pressure to accumulate more wealth. To fully embrace the idea of enough, it's helpful to practice gratitude for what you have achieved. Reflect on the journey that brought you to this point, the sacrifices, the discipline, and the hard work that made your early retirement possible. By acknowledging and appreciating your accomplishments, you reinforce the belief that you have what you need to live well, no matter what the future holds. Crafting your ideal retirement lifestyle. Early retirement is a blank canvas, and you have the unique opportunity to paint a picture of your ideal life. This can be both exciting and daunting, as it requires you to define what truly matters to you outside of the traditional markers of success. Crafting your ideal retirement lifestyle is about aligning your days with your values, your passions, and your vision of a fulfilling life. Take time to envision what your perfect day, week, or year looks like in retirement. Consider how you want to spend your time, who you want to spend it with, and what experiences you want to prioritize. Do you see yourself traveling frequently, exploring new hobbies, dedicating time to personal growth, or simply enjoying the quiet pleasures of daily life? The possibilities are endless, and the only limits are those you set for yourself. As you craft your lifestyle, be mindful of the balance between activity and rest, adventure and routine, social time and solitude. Early retirement is not a race to fill every moment with productivity. It's an opportunity to find a rhythm that feels natural and nourishing. Allow yourself the freedom to experiment, adjust, and evolve as you discover what brings you the most joy. The transition to early retirement is a significant life change, and it's normal to experience a range of emotions along the way. By approaching this chapter with openness, curiosity, and a willingness to redefine what success looks like, you can navigate the emotional landscape of retirement with confidence and grace. Remember that FIRE is not just about leaving work behind, it's about embracing a new way of living, one that prioritizes freedom, fulfillment, and the pursuit of your best life. Early retirement is a journey that continues long after you leave the workforce. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery, adaptation, and growth. By staying connected to your values, finding balance in your new freedom, and cultivating a mindset of enough, you can create a retirement that feels deeply rewarding, purposeful, and uniquely your own. Conclusion: your mindset is your most powerful asset. The journey to financial independence and early retirement is about far more than money. It's about reclaiming control over your time, your choices, and ultimately your life. While savings rates, investment strategies, and budget adjustments play critical roles, the most crucial element of your FIRE journey is something much less tangible: your mindset. It's the attitudes, beliefs, and mental habits you cultivate that will determine not only how quickly you reach your goals, but also how much you enjoy the process along the way. Throughout this book, we've explored the psychological and emotional aspects of pursuing FIRE, from overcoming financial anxiety and reprogramming limiting beliefs to embracing frugality, building resilience, and managing social pressures. Each chapter has delved into the mindset shifts that are essential for navigating the ups and downs of the FIRE path. As you continue on your journey, remember that your mindset is your most powerful tool, one that you have the ability to shape, strengthen, and refine every single day. The pursuit of financial independence requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to think differently from the crowd. It's a path that often feels countercultural, as it challenges conventional notions of success, consumption, and retirement. But by developing the right mindset, you can approach these challenges with confidence, seeing every obstacle as an opportunity to learn, grow, and reaffirm your dedication to your goals. One of the most profound lessons of the FIRE journey is the realization that wealth is not just about having more money, it's about having enough. Enough to live comfortably, to pursue your passions, and to spend your time as you see fit. The concept of enough shifts your focus from relentless accumulation to mindful appreciation, allowing you to find contentment in the choices you make and the life you are building. This mindset of abundance, combined with the simplicity of minimalism, empowers you to live richly with less and to find joy in the everyday moments that truly matter. As you continue to cultivate a fire mindset, remember that setbacks are not signs of failure but rather part of the journey. Every market dip, unexpected expense, or moment of doubt is an opportunity to practice resilience, adapt your strategies, and deepen your commitment to your financial goals. By embracing a growth mindset, you transform these challenges into stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to the life of freedom and fulfillment you envision. Staying motivated is another key component of your mindset toolkit. Habits, routines, and mindful living all play important roles in keeping your focus sharp and your spirits high. Celebrate your progress, however small, and stay connected to your why, the deeper reasons that drive your pursuit of financial independence. Whether it's the desire to travel the world, spend more time with family, or simply escape the confines of a traditional work schedule, your why is the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when the path is difficult. It's also essential to recognize that reaching fire is not the end of the journey but the beginning of a new chapter. The transition to early retirement brings its own set of emotional and practical challenges, from redefining your identity to finding purpose outside of work. Embrace this transition with openness and curiosity, allowing yourself the freedom to explore, experiment, and craft a lifestyle that feels authentic to you. Early retirement is an opportunity to live fully and intentionally, guided not by the demands of a job but by your own desires and values. Throughout your fire journey you'll encounter voices, both internal and external, that question your choices. You may face doubts, fears, and pressures to conform. But your mindset, once honed and fortified, will serve as your compass, guiding you toward your goals with unwavering resolve. Trust in your ability to adapt, to persevere, and to create the life you've always dreamed of. You are not just accumulating wealth, you are building the freedom to live on your own terms. The fire lifestyle is not reserved for the privileged few. It's attainable for anyone willing to think differently, act intentionally, and cultivate the right mindset. By continuing to invest in your personal growth, expanding your financial knowledge, and surrounding yourself with supportive communities, you can keep your fire burning bright. The path to financial independence is rarely easy, but it is undeniably rewarding. Every sacrifice, every choice, and every disciplined action is a testament to your commitment to a future where you are in control. As you move forward, keep in mind that the most valuable investment you can make is in yourself. Your mindset, your habits, and your resilience are the true drivers of your success. Nurture them, protect them, and let them guide you as you navigate the complexities of the fire journey. You have the power to shape your financial future, to break free from the constraints of traditional work, and to design a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. Congratulations on taking this bold step toward financial independence. The road ahead may be challenging, but it is also filled with limitless potential. With the right mindset, there is nothing you cannot achieve. Here's to your continued success, your unwavering determination, and the freedom that lies just around the corner. Your fire is lit, now let it blaze.